Fargis and Whitaker to go.
For the second round, total.
Left, 3 medals to be presented. We're looking at Bruno Candrian of Switzerland, coming in with 4 penalty points.
What a thrilling moment for him, because this really is, for 4 riders in a row, a moment of truth. The big question's proving to be this third Oxford. It's just an enormous fence, and if you don't have it down in front, you have it down behind. Very, very few horses have jumped it cleanly.
And now the triple. Candrian of Switzerland.
Jumps the treble beautifully. An experienced rider, 47 years old. His credentials go way, way back to 68 Olympic Games. 8 is the best we've had thus far, and he's working on a total of 8, carrying forward 4 from the first round.
2 with 8, Robiani and Delorier of Canada.
Still clear count, no, with 4 to the last 2 fences, and he jumps them cleanly to end with a total of 8, tying Heidi Robiani, his country person, and Mario Delorier of Canada.
Now, a 3-way tie there at 8, and yet to come next, Conrad Homefeld of the United States and Abdullah, 4 penalty points. Then Joe Fargis of the United States, 0. Clear round this morning. Then, the last, Michael Whitaker of Great Britain, no penalty point. And the cheer now goes up for the beautiful gray horse named Abdullah. Conrad Homefeld, 32 years old, Petersburg, Virginia. 1 knockdown in the morning round, a clear round during team competition, which cinched it for the United States getting their first gold. And here he is now, medal possibility, because remember, there are 3 tied with 8 after 2 rounds. Conrad with only 4 penalty points, 1 knockdown in the first round. As he looks around and heads toward the first fence, Phil.
Well, if experience counts for anything and the ability to withstand pressure, Conrad is in a pretty good spot. His experience on the U.S. equestrian team goes way back into my era. He was on the team with me that won the Nations Cup at Aachen in 1970. And he's made very quickly a wonderful relationship with this beautiful Trakehner stallion. Here's this critical fence. Can he jump the Oxer with him?
Yes.
Oh, my heavens, how perfectly he rode that. There was a marvelous dynamic to the approach. That's been the most critical fence here. How badly Conrad wants to jump a clear round. It'll be the first clear round of this course, and put the pressure on the riders that follow.
The last of the triple, clear. Conrad Homefeld of the United States, 4 penalty points coming in, over 6.
And what a stylist. He's giving a riding lesson at the same time.
Really
He's going for broke, and he's going for broke in the most beautiful style you can imagine. I mean, people when working hunter classes not going as stylishly as he's going over this enormous course. A little risky there.
The water.
He pulls up.
2 fences.
And it's the first
Clear round.
And
No knockdown. No time penalty. Conrad Homefeld now puts the pressure on the last 2 riders. Joe Fargis, his partner in a farm in Virginia, and Michael Whitaker of Great Britain. These are the medal performances. None better than Conrad Homefeld, and the fans are standing. Abdullah and Homefeld. The United States with a team gold in the 3-day event, a team gold in show jumping, a silver in 3-day, are now shooting for their first gold medal in Grand Prix, or their second rather, with Bill Steinkraus. We just saw a 4 up on the board. I don't understand why. We'll have to get a clarification of it, Bill.
The 4 was the total score.
Okay, well, we hope so, because we noticed some fluctuation out there. But there you see our correct graphic. A total of 4 leading. Now, our next 2 riders and horses had clear rounds this morning on a little longer course with more fences, more requests for jumping, but now there are 10 fences, 13 jumping efforts. And here's that other mare that Bill and I truly appreciate. Touch of Class is her name. She's 11 years old, 16 hands. At the withers or shoulders. And aboard is Joe Fargus.
Right. She's not a very big mare, and he's a big, tall person, but you ought to see the way he folds up on her. He jumps in his beautiful style as Conrad Homfeld does. And I must say, I know that it's not right to root, but I'm tired of being the only individual gold medalist, Chris.
Bill Steinkraus, 1968 individual gold at the Mexico City Games. First ever.
Big fence for this little mare. Ridden perfectly again. Ridden just perfectly. That's been the trickiest part of this course, but there are a lot of fences to jump yet.
Like the triple coming up. Looks like so little room between the three fences. Watch.
He jumps in very carefully.
Two rubs, but no knockdown.
Oh, marvelously ridden.
And 6.
Little rub there. She's feeling her fences more than she was earlier in the competition, but nothing has come down yet. Oh, heavens. This wall comes down easily. They all come down so easily, Chris. It puts your heart in your throat.
Now the water. Little mare made it with now the last two fences. One more. Oh, and at the end, now we have a tie. His partner, Conrad Homfeld, with 4, who just finished. Now, Joe Fargus of the United States with 4. And the last rider is from Great Britain, Bill. And he had a clear round this morning like Fargus. Let's check it here as we come to the final combination.
She jumped in wonderfully, and just she's a little bit careless sometimes with the hind end and drags the rail down with that.
Very simple. If Michael Whitaker has a clear round, the last rider, he wins the gold medal. Then there is a tie at this point for the silver. 2 United States riders, Homfeld and Fargus. But Michael Whitaker, the youngest of the 2 Whitaker brothers, has 10 fences, 13 jumping efforts ahead of him. Fargus leaves with that knockdown and 4 total points. So it's come right down to this final ride for the gold, at least, Bill Steinkraus.
Couldn't be any more exciting, and that's the way the formula works. It all comes down to the last word.
If he should knock down one fence, we will have a jump-off.
3-way jump-off.
3-way jump-off for the gold. And we do have a couple of riders with 8s. 3, in fact. Gets hairy now as we look at this 24-year-old man from Stockport, Cheshire, riding Overton Amanda, another mare, 10 years old, bred in England.
Winner of the George Fifth Cup 2 years ago. He's been under pressure before, but I don't know that he's ever been under pressure quite to rival what's happened.
Bill, when you were in Mexico City, you had a clear first round, along with Marion Coates of Great Britain. Then the second round came, such as Whitaker and Fargus. Now to the second.
This wonderful mare. And Michael doesn't change his riding style. He's just going to do his thing. Look at her good, keen, alert expression. She rubs it behind, but it doesn't come down.
Now the sailboat. This round is for the gold medal.
Coming to that tough triple.
Now we have a 3-way tie. No, a 2-way tie between the 2 United States riders. Bill.
That was disaster for Michael Whitaker. Poor Michael. I really feel for him. That's such a...
But a jump-off will take place here at Santa Anita Park.
That's right.
Today.
And guess what? A U.S. rider is going to win the jump-off.
Right. Michael Whitaker. The wall, the Liverpool took them both. and then a refusal.
Hard to say what happened to her in there, really, because she had jumped the 3 combination fine the first time.
Now he has a total of 11.
Oh, boy.
Puts him way out of the medal.
Yeah.
And that is heartbreak. The agony that this 24-year-old must feel at this point. A sellout crowd, standing room only on a very warm day. There is a breeze coming off the ocean. It's blocked, however, by the temporary stands here at Santa Anita.
British have to keep Ronnie Massarella looks in a kind of resigned expression. He's had good days and bad days before, and he'll have some good days and bad days again. I'm sure that Ronnie can take it in his stride. I don't know why she's struggling through this combination as much as she is, because she's got good scope. Otherwise, she couldn't have jumped that enormous octa. But I really feel for Michael. I think it was no failure of nerve on his part. He's a wonderfully steady, cool customer under pressure.
Great Britain with 2 silver medals in equestrian competition, behind the United States in the 3-day event, and behind the United States in team show jumping.
She comes to the last line now. Down. She really just has fallen apart in this round. She ends up with 28.5 fault.
So what we have here now for the gold medal, 2 American riders, Conrad Homfeld and Joe Fargis. They own a farm together in Virginia. What could be more exciting? A course will be changed. They'll race against the clock. Don't go away. We'll be back at Santa Anita for action.
Got me a case of the 501 blues. Here from
He will be jumping off on a much shorter course against the clock. Mario Delorier and Bruno Candrian of Switzerland.
Now to the big oxer again.
6 fences, 7 jumping efforts. The gold and silver between 2 Americans, Fargis and Homfeld.
And in the event of equality of faults this time, time decides.
Look at the gallop.
And the turn back to the last combination.
Heidi Robiani, one of 2 women in this field. She is in at 53.39 and a clear round. On 53.9 seconds.
Aramis goes inside the fence that Heidi went around, jumps 6 at a big angle, and it proves to be a little bit too much and has it down. Hard to be really fast with a horse that takes a very long stride like this, because he gets strung out and gets into a stride so long that he can't jump the fences. So he was trying to do it by angling fences instead.
Now the big oxer 3 in a jump off for the bronze medal. 2 Americans for the gold and silver coming up. Homfeld and Fargis.
But Mario already can't catch Heidi, because Heidi with Jessica was clear in the dazzling time of 53.39 seconds.
Out of medal contention. Mario Delorier, a lot of time left. 19 years old. Heidi Robiani, clear around 53.9 seconds. This time 57.07. But he is out of it. There's 1 left for the bronze. There is Heidi Robiani of Switzerland. All she could do is hope and wait. We'll be back. Heidi wins the bronze medal. One of the 2 women in the field, the other being Melanie Smith. Now going to the 3rd fence with 1 knockdown, 4 penalty points.
So Heidi is home high and dry with the first individual medal ever won by a woman in the equestrian jumping event.
And for Switzerland, it is their 2nd bronze. They had 1 gold.
And she did it with our mare, Chris.
That's right. Jessica.
We love Jessica right from the beginning, and now everybody can see why.
I have a feeling Jessica is going back to Switzerland with that bronze medal. So the appreciative round of applause for another Swiss equestrian Bruno Candrian with 2 knockdowns, 8 penalty points, but of no consequence to the medal. All right. Heidi Robiani, that 33-year-old lady from Switzerland. She is in the Italian